Yay. Okay. Thank you guys for joining us to our weekly team call. It's our opportunity to kind of rally together, to get plugged in, and to make sure that we're intentional about our week. I think there's so many things that we encounter during the weekend and so much exciting momentum coming off of super weekend that we want to continue that high energy and share more of the announcements during this call. So I'm going to be continuing on with announcements. A few of the things that I did want to mention is being at Summit. And Summit is really, and we're going to keep telling you guys that because you need to be at Summit. And Summit is our annual conference. Like if you're all in this business, you cannot not be at our annual conference. It's like our annual Grammys. And so it's an opportunity for you to sit down and learn about workshops. You get to do a super workout trainer, and you get to choose who you want to work out with, like which one of the workouts that they offer. And then in the evenings, based on your hard work of earning Success Club, you get invited to like the parties and extra celebrations and maybe photo ops. But it's a really good opportunity to learn more and learn from top coaches and just build on the skill sets. And two, capture the energy. Like I think it's amazing that when you get there, you get that energy of like, she can do it, I can do it too. And then it carries you where I know that many of us have had like huge aha moments to bring us back home to say like, I'm gonna crush this business. So be at Summit. There's still an amazing discount right now. And then our next local meetup is gonna be February 10th. So if you're not local, I would encourage you to just ask in our team page and be like, who in here is by me? Let's meet up. Let's gather. Let's kind of mastermind together, because that's what we're doing. We want to say like, hey, we want to keep this momentum. We know that proximity and the power of being so close with each other to say like, all right, like I need accountability. Let's do this, So if you are not, let that not be excuse that you're not local to us. Like this is where you can fill in the gap and say like, all right, I want to start my own and start one locally around me. And then it's simply about accountability and sharing your goals and going from there. So that's when our next meetup is. And then on Saturday, they announced the big Success Club trip, and this is so exciting because I've been to this location and it's so amazing, you guys. Like the location, the spa, like everything is incredible. And so the Success Club is a trip that we get to earn based on our Success Club points each month. So this month, based on each Success Club, we get $1, and then based on each dollar, then you get your room paid for. And so there's more info in your back office, and all this that I talk about, it's more in depth in your coach office, so I'll just kind of skim over. My point is, be there, tell your spouse, your partner, your bestie, and be like, I'm gonna earn us a trip. We're gonna go and be toes in the sand. And what this trip is, it's really a reward trip of all your years worth of hustle, of you not letting excuses like distract you. It really allows you, like when you get there, Beachbody spoils you. You welcome, they give you like champagne and they give you like flowers and hot towels, and you're just like, damn, like what is this, And I think to me, like the best part is like taking my spouse, that we made it like an annual marriage retreat and be like, hey, let's just go, And so you could take whoever you want. You could take guests, and they're just incredible. Be there, make that decision, and go for it. And then next month we kick off our Team Cup. And Team Cup is a great opportunity for us to kind of gather in small groups of 5. And within those groups of 5, we just kind of create like a mini challenge group, a mini opportunity to say like, let's check in daily. So like that we share accountability. Let's tell each other, like, did we complete our business activity tracker? What are you doing that's working? What are you doing that's not working? And yes, there's a team captain in there, but I think that the beauty and the magic sauce is how all of the 5 members come together to say like, let's elevate, let's rise, and let's not each other like let's not let anyone fall behind. And I think that's the spirit and the heart of it. It's just like allowing each other to lean on each other, and then saying, let's grow in capacity and let's prove it to ourselves for a month to go all in. And based on your team's success club points, there's tiers of rewards, and I don't know what the rewards are yet. I haven't clicked on the form, but if you look in your coach office, they always have incredible prizes. And what's sweeter is when you all get the prize, like we all earned the t-shirt, we all earned the hat, like we all can like snap our picture, be like, we did this together, And so if you're like, okay, I want to be part of the team cup, but I don't know who, then go into Ellie and say like, all right, I want to be in the team cup. Who wants to be in this group with me? Who wants to be part of this 5? And that way, that you're part of a 5. And that way, if you want to be team leader or the team captain, you totally can. There's no qualification for you to be a team captain. It's just, you can just say, hey, let's do this. And you enroll everyone. And all that information will continue to teach. And on Team Cup, we'll be sharing more of what is working for us in Team Cup month. So we'll base our team calls around that. But we do want to stress that not to miss out on this opportunity to be in a Team Cup challenge, basically. And the last last day to register is January 31st. So write that down, January 31st. It's a cutoff date. Don't miss out. And then we all knew this was coming. We all knew I was creeping on Jericho's page, and Jericho's one of our super trainers from Core de Force, and she's totally I totally fangirl, and I know all of us from Core de Force, we totally fangirl with our braids and everything. And so we've been seeing some of her stuff, she's been sharing this picture, and sure enough, Carl reached out to her to create the program that's going to be called Morning Meltdown 100. It's going to be 100 workouts, and the challenge is going to be for us to complete 100 workouts. They're going to be from 20 to 30 minutes to challenge us and get into fat burning mode. And so it's going to be VIP early access. Write this down, July 29th. So that's going to be our summer program. We're going to be I'm focused, and we're going to be in that early access. I'm sure there's going to be a test group for that. But just kind of keep that in mind in terms of okay, after we do Transform 20, what is my next program? What is my next program? And that way, you have your plan of fitness, your program fitness. I can't speak, but you guys know what I mean. And so the next thing that I will share is more Success Club rewards. I think this is amazing that the company that we partner with gives us rewards for actively growing our business, and they're perks, and I think that I know that for me, I love free stuff. You tell me I can earn a free trip, I'm there. You tell me I can earn a free t-shirt, I'm there. You tell me I could travel with my husband, I'm there, And so these are just more opportunities for us to stay focused and say I'm going to earn this month. So based on the year, if you earn Success Club 1, you get, the t-shirt. I posted the picture there, but again, there's more information on FAQ 2028. But the first month is a tank. The third month consecutive that you earn Success Club is the Beachbody game. And then the 6th month you earn Success Club, it's the backpack. The 9th month you earn Success Club is the sweatshirt. And then the 12th month is the roller bag. So you can get all of this. All of this can be yours. And you get an email after you complete your month with Success Club, and they're like, okay, which shirt would you like? And then you just submit, and then they ship it to you for free. So it's your reward, your gift. And then the next announcement is the calendar. And I think that sometimes there's so much going on that we want to just say what calls are important and what do I need to be plugged into, because I think that plugging in is so important. And I talked about energy and just kind of keeping that vision alive. So these are kind of the calls or what's happening. And we'll also be talking more about our coach sneak peek group, which is basically how our as a team, we're going to host a business opportunity group where we all get to invite on our social media platforms and say like, hey, my team's having a 3-day behind the scenes on what is it that we do, how we can make this a second income, and just basically more information. And there's basically 4 coaches who go in there, go live, and it's really good opportunity for us to develop in our leadership, to practice going live, to practice sharing our story. And so we've talked about this in our team page about who wants to go live. So if that's on your heart to say like, I feel called to step out of my comfort zone and to do this, like, let us know. You are so welcome. This group is for you. This group is for the team. So if we come in this group and rally together and get the energy going, it's going to be successful. It's going to be amazing. And everyone's going to feel that momentum to be like, I want to be a coach today, right now, so that's in the works, but that's the calendar. And now we'll move on to celebrating our team.
Yay! Okay, coach spotlight time. So first up is Livier Holguin. I just want to commend this girl for showing up since day one of becoming a coach. Like when she made the decision to start her business and open up her business, she stepped out into social media, like super vulnerable. And I just want to commend her on that. Not only her vulnerability on social media and expanding her knowledge and just really trying to figure out how her brand is gonna work for her. But also she asks questions, she reaches out when she needs to. She's not afraid to ask for help. And I really, really love that, because a lot of people are afraid to ask for help for whatever reason, but this girl isn't. And that is where growth happens. And I can just see the amount of growth that is happening for her. And I'm super excited for 2019 and what this year is going to bring for her. Yay!
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm here.
You're good. Oh, my turn next. I would like to celebrate Tona because one, she drove from San Diego to our Super Saturday, and she brought her son. It felt like the way she explained it was like a leap of faith, and she was meeting like it was a blind date. She said it was a blind date, and the energy and nervousness. And I remember going to my first Super Saturday, meeting my coach for the first time, and I was like, it's weird, right? So then it's like we meet on social media, but then we connect. And so it was really exciting to see that she came, she worked out, she did the Insanity Live workout, and we did Transform 20. And then she still came the next day to meet with us, and we took pictures, and it was very outside of her comfort zone. And I love that, because it was like, it's one thing to say I want to grow, but it's another beautiful thing to witness women that are doing it in live time, in real time, to say like, this is making me uncomfortable, but I know these women have my back and I'm going places, so I just really want to say like, I appreciate you showing up, Tona. I appreciate you stepping out of your comfort zone, and I know that this is just the beginning. This is like the intro, like the very, very like first page of what's to come. So just shout out to Tona.
Yay. And then I wanted to celebrate Melanie, which of course I'm like, this girl's always on the calls, and then today she's not on. I was looking for her. Is she on? I'm like, oh my gosh. But she is. She shows up today for whatever reason. She's not on. But she is consistent. Ever since she signed up, she's been showing up on these calls every single week. She's excited about the business, which I love. Like, it's contagious. Like, if you talk to her, she's going to tell you how much fun she's having, how she can't believe that this is an actual job that you get paid to do. And she's showing up and she's trying her best every day. She also went to her Super Saturday, which was in Portland, Oregon, which she has been attending since she became a coach by herself. Like, she just goes. Even I know that that's super scary, and it's scary for her, and she still does it. And I think that's amazing, and I'm so proud of her. And she's like this close to signing up her first coach. So woohoo, Melanie.
Yeah. Hey, way to go. Now I'm just gonna want to quickly glances. Just don't forget, just kind of like a alert. is we have many training opportunities. I know that if you're new as a coach or seasoned coach, or if you just want to kind of refine the skill sets, we always have our team page, and under our team page there's a unit section where we have additional training. And know that we also offer monthly push groups that just are really an opportunity for you to master the daily actions that we're going to talk about today. So it's exciting that you're on today, because once you kind of really get to see what are the behaviors that we should be doing, you'll be like, I got this. I can do this every day. So what we're going to talk about is the Success Club system that was just released this week. And it's really basically a tracker. It's literally called a daily business activity tracker. And it starts with your why. It starts with your why, and it tells you to write down what your target market is so that you're focused. So that you're focused and connecting with the ideal person. So what we're going to talk about today is go over this document, because we want you to know this bad boy. Either you can print it, and shout out to Rosa, my sister, who created this in an edible version. So if you're at work and you're like, I want to still work on my business during the pockets of time, but I want to kind of check it off my phone, there's that version where it's available through like Google Sheets or the Google Excel. So you can just make a copy and do it that way. Or if you're a pen and paper type of girl, you can also do that as well. But I'm going to exit off this and then share you the actual document so that you can completely see what it is. One second. Thank you guys for your patience. Okay. And then share. Got it. Now you guys can completely see what I'm seeing. Now, this is in our team page, and the first thing that we want to talk about is our why. And I think it's really important to cultivate your why, because with all these tasks, sometimes it can feel like we forget your why, or sometimes we need more like or sometimes we need that inspiration, and it's important to keep that at the forefront, right? Because the way I think of it is like sometimes we have like files in our head, and we need to bring the why file up to the front of our head. So like that, you always kind of have that like, oh yeah, this is why I'm doing this, because I really want to quit my job. And Karina and I were sharing about this yesterday, that for us, we knew that the commitment was going to be not just a 21-day thing, a 60-day thing. We knew it was going to be a 1 to 2 year daily thing of working hard. And we would write that down, and we would say, I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to quit my job. I'm quitting my job in a month. Or like we would just kind of like get pumped over that vision and repeat it to ourselves. So you have to write down what your why is. That way, when you see it, and when you're every week, when you write it down, you're like, yeah, this is why I'm doing this. Because it can be hard, especially if you have so many roles in your life, and it's important to know that you are building a business that you love with purpose. And then the next column is my target market. And it's so that you stay focused on connecting with your ideal person. And this is really cool, because you get to choose the type of women, whether that's, you can start with like an age group, 25 to 35. You can think about women in Los Angeles, and I'm going based off like me, right? So my target market is women 25 to 35, now moms of 2, Disney mom, and like loves Jesus, but also loves Tupac, that loves to dance, and like I'm writing it down, because I know that when I go onto Instagram, these like words, this is who I'm looking for, so just kind of write down like, who is your ideal girl? Who is your ideal client? Who is your ideal person that you would love to build a tribe with? So that is, and we have more training on that, like exercise, like really deep training in our team page. So if you look into our those units, you'll find that in our Instagram masterclasses. And then the first column, it's simple one. Be proof that the products work, right? You work out, you drink your Shaco. We got that. It's Transform 20. I haven't done it yet, because this prego had a rough morning, but I will. But I'm having my shaker right now, so I can go ahead and check that off. And that's the little leaf right there. That's what that means. The heart is the workout. You check it off, and then and that's it. So are you doing the second part, Karina? Okay, cool.
Awesome. Okay, just really quick, I wanted to clarify. Myra asked how, like, if we can still earn the trip to the Success Club trip for 2020. So you have to get an invitation, and you'll get an invitation based on your Success Club points from last year. So you're right, like the points have to come from last year, but they do go through like a lot of people because for whatever reason, a lot of people can't go. So keep your fingers crossed, and maybe even if you got a few points last year, you could still get that invitation. So make sure that you're hitting Success Club now so that you're earning that money for the trip. So this year you earn the money for the trip, but you get the invitation based on last year. And then this month, normally you'll get $5 for each Success Club point that you earn to cover your costs, your quarterly payments. But this month you get $10 per point, which is amazing. And that's up to $500 that you can earn, 500 trip dollars that you can earn. And the total amount that it'll be, I think, is $1,200. That's usually what it is. So you get to earn almost half of it this month if you're going ham. I just wanted to clarify that. Yeah. Okay. And so Section 2 is probably the part that we consider like our power hour. This is the part that is, this is the work. I don't know if you guys got to listen to Ashley Molstad this morning, but that was probably my all-time favorite National Wake Up Call. Like, it was just so good. And she's so, like, she feels real human. Not that Melanie Mitro didn't feel like a real human. She just feels like a super human. Like, she's so organized and she's so perfect. And Ashley isn't all those things. And she still is super successful. So she talked about how you can't get away. There's no shortcut. You have to do the work. And this is the work that she was talking about. So first, you're going to spend about 20 minutes a day. And you're going to initiate conversations and add followers. So this is where you want to think of what Jazz just mentioned, your target market. Like, who is who's your girl? Who's the girl that you look at her page and like, we could be friends and I want to work with her. Because that's a really cool thing about our business is that we get to choose who we work with, and you get to go out and actively find these women that you want to work with. And that's how you do it. So you'll look at that, and I'm just going to we talked about this yesterday at my house. I'm just going to use those same exact examples. Christina was saying that she'll go to like the Carter's page on Instagram. So you go to your Instagram, you go to Carter's, or you would go to whoever it is. Think about your target audience, right? But I'm just going to use this as an example. If you've got little kids who wear the Target, because that's where you can also get it. I am very much a Carter's girl with Sophie. But you can go to Carter's, and then you follow Carter's, and then there'll be a little arrow, a down arrow on the page. You click on that, and you're gonna see a bunch of like mommy bloggers that are similar to the Carter's brand, or they use the Carter's brand, or whatever that may be. So then you go to that page, and you go and you look at their first picture. So you look at their first picture, you look at their comments. They probably have already done a lot of work at getting their page to be super engaging, and people come in and talk to them, and they probably know how to ask questions so that people come and comment on their pictures. So then what I would do is I go in and I'll like the comment, whatever it is that they commented. So I'll go through and I'll like a few of I'll like somebody's comment, and then I'll go to that person's page, and I'll go to their Instagram, and then I'll like a few of their pictures, and then I'll comment on one of their pictures. The goal is to comment with a question so that they respond, and then that you build that instant relationship, and then I click follow. And so I'll follow them. And then what happens when you it takes a little bit of time, right? But you're putting in this work, and you're actively taking control over who you're trying to find, and you're looking for your target audience. And when you go and follow people, what do? They're going to go look at your page, and they're like, this girl's nice. She liked all my stuff. I see where she came from because she liked that comment that I commented on that blogger's page. So I know where she's coming from. I see that she's liking my stuff. She asked me a question. I see her picture. She looks nice, whatever. Like, she looks cool. I like her too. I'm going to follow her back. And so that's how you build your Instagram following. And if you do that, it's literally a 20-minute a day thing. You're going to see growth pretty quickly, and they're going to be your exact audience because you handpicked them. And of course, not everybody's going to follow you back. And that's okay. I like to use the followers app so that I can see who didn't follow me back. And if they did not follow me back, I will unfollow them, because I don't want my following to like get super crazy so that it looks like I'm following 5,000 people and like only a certain amount are following me back. But if they follow me back, then we're cool, we're friends. I'm not gonna unfollow you. So that is how we do that, the initiate connections and add followers. So you're going to spend 20 minutes a day on that, and then you're going to spend 10 minutes making a social media post. You're going to craft your post, and this is something that, especially if you're busy, you've got a full-time job, you have kids, whatever it might be, you can spend a little time one day a week, maybe on a Sunday, just kind of planning out your week and figuring out like what types of things do I want to talk about this week. Right now we're in the launch of or we just started Transform 20. So what types of things could you talk about this week? My goal this week is to sign up people for this program, right? And my goal is also that next week we have a challenge, sneak peek, a coach sneak peek next week. So if you look at it ahead of time and you look at your calendar, you know what you've got coming up, you can kind of plan for your week. And then you're super intentional about what you're posting. You're not just like that day thinking, oh man, I need to post something. Like let me just throw up this workout picture or the sweaty selfie or whatever. You're just, my intention is, my goal for this week is to get people into my sneak peek, or my goal for this week is to fill up my challenge group, or both. But then you know what that is, and you can create posts around that. And then, like Jazz said, we do have older videos that we made at the end of last year, or I don't know, at some point last year, where we talk about social media. We do have a video in there that talks exactly about how to create a post, how to make sure your pictures are scroll stopping, and all of those things. And these are going to be probably all of these things are going to end up being topics for calls for us in the future, because this is it. Like, this is the magic sauce. If you do this tracker every single day consistently, you're going to grow your business. After that, it's just being a student of your tracker. Like, I'm posting, but I'm not getting engagement. Okay, what do I need to switch around to get that to switch that around, or to get that working? Okay, so then the next piece is updating your IG or Facebook stories. I think most of us are doing Instagram, but I don't know if you guys have looked at Facebook story lately. I was using it way in the beginning when Facebook story just came out, and I would get like 30 views on my posts. And I was like, okay, like, I don't know if it's worth it to like come over here. And you can actually link them. So they'll go, once you post on your Instagram, if you're not a business profile, it will directly upload onto your Facebook personal page if you want it to. Right now, I'm getting about 200 views on Facebook. I'm like, okay, where'd all these people come from? So to me, now it's worth it to go back and make sure that I'm posting in there, because people are watching. And it's just an extra quick step. So you've got all of these examples of things that you want to be posting every single day. Your daily life, things that you're going to know what your audience finds interesting, because your view count is going to go up. You're going to notice, like, if you talk a lot, if you do more than 5 little 15-second clips of you speaking, your views might go down a lot. And so that's a cue to you, like, when your views start going down, to like, okay, my audience didn't like this. I need to do things that keep people interested. Aside from, I still will do it occasionally, but where I'll go a little long, just because I'm speaking to a certain somebody, like, especially if it's about the business. Like, I want the people that are going to wait all 5 little clips or whatever, but I don't do that often, because I want to keep people's eyes and attention. Workout clips. And then see what works for you. Like, I'll watch other people's workout clips, and like, people that are having fun and dancing, like, that is fun to me. So I'll watch it. I'm not going to dance because that's not my thing. It feels super awkward, but I like to see it, right? So think about that. Like, what are you drawn to? Like, if you're just seeing somebody work out, like, and you find yourself swiping right past,
make a note of that. Like, if you're not interested, why would somebody else be interested? I like people that work out and then they've got like a motivational something, like a little motivational saying or whatever it may be, to keep people on your page as long as possible. You want to show your shake, your energize, whatever it is that you want to showcase that day, without calling it by its name. And you guys, everybody follows other coaches that'll say like their unicorn crack or their mom crack or their sexy shake, or whatever it is that sparks curiosity. But don't make it so easy that people like me, who would never reach out to somebody on Instagram, will just go and Google. Like, if you tell me Shakeology, I'm just gonna go Google it and then find it somewhere and buy it because I don't want to bother anybody, right? So don't do that. Make sure that you're calling it something else so that it forces people to say like, okay, tell me about whatever it is that you're drinking or taking or the program that you're doing, so that it forces them to reach out to you so you can have that conversation. Healthy meal or meal prep, self-explanatory. And for me, meal prep, those are one of the things, like if I'm cooking, my views go up a ton. So I really need to step it up in the cooking, because we struggle with that, right? Like, ideas for healthy meals. When somebody gives that to you, you're like, oh, that's so simple, I can do that. So figure out what your audience likes. You want to have some sort of a call to action, whether it be an invitation to your group, to your sneak peek. You want to either a poll, you can, I don't know, you've seen a lot of people do polls, and sometimes with the polls, you can get more creative with them, where it's not like, do you want to join my challenge group? You can ask people, do you want to lose 10 pounds or, 30 pounds or whatever it is. And then people respond in that. That's your cue to start a conversation with them and get an invitation going. And then a recognition shout out. Recognition is so important because it shows people that you're not the only one doing this. So recognition doesn't mean that you have to have a bunch of challengers and a team already that you're recognizing. You can recognize people, other people on our team, other people in our girl gang, and it just shows the people that are following you that it's not just you. It builds that social proof, and it shows people that like, oh, okay, she's getting results, but so are all these other girls. And so that is super helpful too. And then you want to respond. The next one on here is respond to all of your new likes and comments and views. Can you guys hear Sophie super loud? Like, I find myself getting louder. Yes. Okay. Can you do me a favor? Can you turn it down, please? Thank you. I just realized, why do I feel like I'm going nuts? And I'm like, it's so loud. Okay, so you're going to respond to all of your new likes, comments, and views. And that's the easiest way to reach out to somebody, because they're already in your community. They're already coming to your shop. They're already coming, like, it's like you have a shop and they open the door and they came right in. So why wouldn't you speak to them? It would be rude if you didn't. So you look to see, and you can start conversations. So people that like your post, maybe you posted something before and after. So you can go through and reach out to every single person who commented and liked, and thank them for supporting you, for giving you that support when it's so uncomfortable to post a before and after. And then this is where you have to get creative with how you're going to reach out to people and what types of things you're going to say to them, so you can start building that relationship. This is also where you can go through and see who's viewed your stories on your Instagram. You know how you can see who's viewing your story, and then you see everybody's little icon, little circle picture with profile picture. And then if it's got a little colored circle around it, it means that they have shared a story, which makes it super easy. You just go in there, you click on all of those people who are sharing stories, and you engage with them. You can, and it's even easier now because they've got those little, like, the emojis that you can just send. What is it called? I don't know what they're called, but like it'll have like a little fire emoji, and then like the fire comes all up their screen, and it makes it easier for you to say like, hey, I'm here, I'm watching, you're awesome.
Called a reaction.
Reaction. Thank you. That's what it is. So you can do that. Just spend the time building that community with the people that are already in your space, so that so that one, they keep coming back and keep watching your story, but also they're watching your stories. They're liking your stuff. That means they're at least at the very minimum, they're supportive of you. So if you send them an invite, they're going to be like, oh, I'm just supporting. I just really like to watch your page, watch your stuff. And that's cool. But a lot of them, you're going to invite them and they're going to want to join you because they've been watching and they're just nervous. They just don't reach out. They're not the type of person that reaches out. Like, God knows I am exactly that person. But if somebody reaches out to me, I'm like, oh, cool. They reached out to me, and now that door's open and I can start a conversation and let them know that I really have been wanting to join them. Okay, and then you're going to do and when you're inviting, you've got another sheet. There's a sheet, right? So this has two sheets, yeah. And you can write down their names on there, when you contacted them, write some notes about the person, and then you've got the little box where you can click when you followed up with them. So then on that last step, that's when you follow up with people. So if you've invited somebody and so this is how I follow up. If I invited somebody and they didn't respond to me, then I'm not gonna go back and say, hey, I invited you. Like, are you interested? Because they didn't respond. So I'm gonna assume that they're probably not ready yet. But I'm going to keep this piece of paper, and next month I'll invite them again. Because they're still watching. If you're still watching my stuff next month, I'm going to invite you again. But if I invite somebody and they say yes, they are interested, and we start the conversation, and then for whatever reason the conversation stops because they forget to respond to me, then I will follow up. Then in a day or two, I'll just say like, hey, and I always give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm always like, oh, I'm sure you're super busy. Like, it's a busy time of year. I'm sure you're so busy. I just wanted to remind you that I had sent you this message. Did you get a chance to watch the video, or whatever step we were on? And that is it. I feel like I'm talking so fast because I feel a little deaf on this side.
Okay, and then step 3. So you'll see that the bulk of this bat is step 2. And step 2 is the non-sexy stuff, because that involves inviting, that involves conversations. But the non-sexy stuff is where growth happens, is where you grow your business happens, where Success Club points happen, where your income increases happen. So I found myself doing step 2 last. However, this week I changed it and I'm doing step 2 first. And it's changing everything for me, because once I finish step 2, like, that's the bulk of it. And then the rest is like so easy for me. And I finish this like in no time. So just keep that in mind, that that more than likely step 2, you're going to try to avoid and do it last of the day, but don't do that. Do step 2 first. It'll be easier in the long run. Okay, so step 3 is titled Get People More Results. And honestly, this doesn't take 30 minutes. I think this is less, because it's contributing to your challenge group. And in our back office, and also if you're using the challenge activity tracker, or the my challenge tracker, sorry, got it wrong, my challenge tracker, then it's already linked. So there's posts already made by Beachbody Corporate that you can copy and paste and personalize into your challenge group. Guys, you can even do this to post those pages in the Girl Gang. If you're not running a private group on your own, but you're just solely in the Girl Gang, then step up your coaching style and find stuff that inspires you, that motivates you, and post it in the Girl Gang, because that's going to increase engagement. That's going to get people pumped and motivated and just love the Girl Gang even more than how we already do. So contribute to your challenge group. And also that means liking and commenting on everybody that posts in your challenge group. Yes, like, be that coach that cheers everybody on, that supports everybody. Because if you want that support and you want to be encouraged, give that and you'll get it in return. Okay, the second part is recognize achievement. If you have challengers, or if you just see somebody kicking butt in the group, acknowledge them. Everybody loves recognition, especially for the tiny things, because we sometimes think that nobody notices us. And when somebody recognizes the small little things, it makes you feel good. So fill somebody's love cup up by recognizing their achievements. And then the final one in this part is respond to questions from coaches and customers. I think this last one will take the bulk of the time. The first two are super simple and super easy, but responding to the questions from your coaches and from your customers. And if for any reason you don't know the answer, say you don't know, that you'll get back to them, and then post in Legacy Elite or contact your upline coach and for the answer, or do a Google search. Google is always my best friend. And then step number 4 is personal development. This is daily. This is non-negotiable. This is for you if you want to feel good and fill your own love cup. You need somebody at a higher level pouring into you. And that can come in form of reading, of listening to an audiobook, of listening to a free podcast, going on YouTube for free and going into trainings. Finding something that speaks to you for that day, so that way you feel encouraged, you feel loved, you feel like a badass, whatever that is, whatever that means to you, do it. Do your personal development every single day. My favorite way to do personal development is when I'm in the car. So like I know, this is a habit of mine now that I established, and my boys know this too, that every time we go in the car for long car rides, I put a podcast on, age appropriate, of course, no foul language. I have to make sure that, and my boys listen to it. And I find my 8-year-old now repeating, and even when he was like 3 or 4, he was repeating personal development quotes to me, like believing in himself and saying he can do things. And it was just enriching and fulfilling to know that he's not only learning from me, but also learning what I'm learning. And how amazing is that to give that gift to your children as well. So you can do your personal development in the car while you're driving. You can do it while you're washing dishes, while you're folding laundry. Really, people do it when they're working out. You can really fit it in anywhere. Like anytime you're doing a non-thinking task, do your personal development. It'll change everything for you. And then the final part of this activity tracker is tracking your business results. So right now, if you have yet to do it, I want you to go on your Instagram page and write down how many followers you have at this very moment, and write that number down on Monday's box. And then on Tuesday, write that number down. On Wednesday, write that number down. And your goal is to increase your followers. And how do you increase your followers? Karina already explained that. If you missed it, then follow up with that other training that is in the unit section of how to grow social media following. But the point is, you need to track your followers, because that is where your cold market is going to turn to warm market, is when you increase your followers. And especially if they're niched followers, like Karina explained, it's going to make doing this business so much easier and so much more enjoyable. And then the other boxes are, how many challengers did you bring on this week? How many coaches did you bring on this week? And Success Club points for this week and for this month. So this is an easy way for you to track. My plan is, I have a 3-ring binder that I'm going to punch holes in. I'm going to put every single week, every paper in my 3-ring binder, because I love writing paper to pen. If you want to do the Excel sheet, awesome. Just make sure you save, or you create a new file tab on that Excel spreadsheet every week. So that way you save your numbers and they don't get lost. And that way you can see how much you've grown throughout the weeks that pass. And that is all I have for this.
Thank you, Christina. I think it's a lot, right? It's all the things that we're sharing, but I think that at first it's gonna feel awkward. It's kind of, do you remember when you first started to meal prep? You're kind of overwhelmed. You're just like, I don't even know what healthy eating is. What, you want me to drink a gallon of water? No, like all of these things, right? But I think just how the fitness programs, like you're either doing plated method or containers, like the magic is eating right, having your Shaco, pushing play, and doing all the things. This is our tracker for our business, doing all the things. And I think that what blessing is that the company that we partner with gives us basically, we don't have to guess. There is no guessing. Like, I think a lot of times, like, what do I need to do to grow this business? here we go. Pop this sucker out, have it on your desk every day, look at it every day, check it off. All right, not just the fun things, not just the things that you're comfortable with, but all the things, especially that second section, you know? And I love what you said, Karina, is that once you start completing it, then you become a student and you're like, how can I really get better at like the eyeballs or responding to more people or more engaging, you know? So it's keeping this the main thing and then like building on this. But I think as an ending, as we kind of wrap this call up, I think it's important to also declare what your Success Club goal is for this week, because this is a Success Club system. So what is your Success Club goal? And I know that to set the intention, that way, you know, at this tracker, you can write down up here, like, I'm going to go for Success Club 6 this week. You're like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do all the things, because if you go for Success Club 6, yes, it's the benchmark for the month, but we don't wait for the month. This team is not going to wait for the month. We're going to do it in a week because we believe in you, because we know it's possible, and because we're also going for it. We're in this with you. So can we like rally and like all of us say where we are going to say, I'm going to reach Success Club this week. I'm going to write it down on my paper. And that way we are all accountable to our tracker to say like, we're doing this. And I'm going to be posting my tracker in because it's fun to be extra accountable in our team page. Be like, did mine too. But I want to see everyone like either give me a thumbs up or something to let me know that we're going for Success Club 6 this month. Yeah, because we're in this together. We're in the team. We're going to do this. And I think it's pretty amazing that there's power in this. So because there's 11 people on right now, if we all of us earn Success Club 6, that's 33 people. Damn, I'm impressed by my math right now. 33 people that we're going to help in a week. If we do that on a weekly, within 3 weeks, that's almost 100 people that we get to impact. Like, just us, like what a powerhouse team that we are and that we will be. And so know that what we're doing matters, what we're capable of is important. And just know that this paper is more than just a paper. It's who you're going to influence, who you're going to impact, and whose lives that you're going to transform, not just for them, but their families. So that's it. I'm excited. If you have any extra questions, let us know on our team page, but we'll post this recording in a bit. And show me your trackers and show me after your Success Club number, because I know that it's going to be fun to see all of us be like, I did it. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.